it's a weekend and I wanted to do something new, and we're going to do it every weekend because I said we're going to do it. So we're here. Courts, we're going to do weird weekends because in our past iterations of us doing shows, we have always brought what in radio they call what in the world stories. And they're my favorite things, even though every boss has ever said to us is like, no one cares about these things. And I'm like, well, why do they make these stories? Because we want to read them. Oh, God. I love them so much. This one's really dark, and I think I know exactly where your brain's going to go. Probably the same place mine did when you find out the theme.
So can I ask one question first?
Yes.
Is the story from Florida?
The story's not from Florida. It's from Philadelphia.
We love a Florida story.
We do love a Florida story. And
Florida's batshit. Did you see they've made a TV show about Florida stories?
Yeah. Florida man.
Good, but
is it not?
Interesting. Oh, I think I watched 1 or 2 episodes. It was like it's unusually done. They like half act, half documentary.
Oh, right. Yeah. I used to love that there's a show here in Australia called Crime Stoppers, and they would like it was like a bit of documentary, and then they'd have dramatic reenactments. They would have to put the word reenactment in the
reenactment.
Oh, God, I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. Okay, so this story I found on AP News, and they've got their own little section for oddities, which if you're ever bored and you're like, God, the world's so heavy, go and click on this because sometimes you will find heavy things. And this is heavy, but also I think we can laugh.
Heavy adjacent.
Bones and skulls were visible in the back seat of a car near an abandoned cemetery on Philadelphia's outskirts. They led police to a basement filled with body parts. Who are you thinking of, Courts?
Body parts, basement. John Wayne Gacy?
It's the guy that we watched on the TV. We watched a show and we were texting each other going, this is fucked up. Because this is based on truth.
Was it John Wayne Gacy? Wayne Gacy? No.
No, the guy who inspired them all.
I watched too many shows and I text you too much and I watched so many crime shows.
Your brain's cooked, mate. Ed Gein.
Which one? Oh, okay. Yes, Ed Gein, of course. Yeah. Sorry, I watched John Wayne after
that so
Ed.
recently.
So like, no, I know, but I've watched other true crime things since then. I also listen to true crime podcasts. It all gets muddled in my head.
Yeah.
There's so much murder up there.
You can't be trying, and they're just the ones that you're hearing about, not the ones that you want to commit. Which authorities say were hoarded by a man now accused of stealing 100 sets of human remains. He is a grave robber.
No.
Isn't this insane? It's been like a months-long investigation into break-ins at Mount Moriah Cemetery, where at least 26 mausoleums, which let's pin that because we need to talk about mausoleums. And vaults had been forced open since early November in 25. Investigators.
So do you think he's an Ed Gein wannabe?
Well, I think he's just a straight-up grave robber. I think he takes the bodies.
Rings and stuff.
Yeah, I think he just wants to steal because that's really kind of like a pillar of where we're at these days, because there's so much crime and grave robbing's back. Because when I did a search on
cost of living,
if grave robbing was a thing in this day and age, ChatGPT was like, no, not now, but like in poor times. And I was like, well... So investigators later searched the home and the storage unit of Jonathan Christ Gerlach, 34. I don't know. It feels...
J. Christ. J. Christ.
J. Christ
You're
Gerlach,
telling me his name is J. Christ?
Yep.
God.
It's Jonathan. Not Jesus.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Gosh.
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 We haven't had on our podcast someone saying you use the Lord's name in vain too much, but on Rehashed on my other channel, I get that a lot.
You get it?
Yeah. People go, I like your channel, but you use the Lord's name in vain too much. And I'd be like...
Why are they watching your channel if they're offended by that? That's
honestly,
weird to me.
Out of all the things to be offended by on my channel...
They'd hate to know who you live with and what your lifestyle is.
Low. They reported finding more than 100 human skulls, long bones, mummified hands and feet, 2 decomposing torsos, and other skeletal items. They were in various states. Some of them were hanging as it were. Some of them were pieced together. Some of them were the skulls on a shelf. So maybe he was going a little bit more Ed Gein. The authorities said they also recovered.
Sound to me like if you just wanted like the rings and the watches and stuff that people were buried with, or like, you know, someone might have gotten buried with something very expensive and you kind of knew about it, you would just go into the grave, you'd open the coffin, get the stuff. You wouldn't get the body as well. Like getting the body and then displaying it in your house, that's Ed Gein style.
That is true. I don't understand. I don't understand this person, this 34 J Christ.
I'm glad. I'm glad you don't understand.
It doesn't click in my brain.
No, but I get why he did it. I get it. Like, to be honest, like I see where he's coming from. If you were saying that right now, I'd be like, this is really fucked up. We've got to stop the podcast and you need to go see a doctor.
Give him a chance, guys. They recovered jewelry believed to be linked to the graves. In one case, a pacemaker was still attached. Like, this is fucked up. Like, also, like, these people are dead, so whatever. Like, it's not, like, it's gross for the families because they're like, but what, like, if it's your body, you're dead. Who cares? Like, it doesn't, like, you're dead. You're not going to know that this is happening to you.
I know, like, I feel like I'm not someone who's going to feel connected to my body after death, and I don't think anyone like in my family would. But you
won't be connected because you're going straight to hell. You've been friends with me for far too long.
Yeah, and I keep saying God. So, like, my family, maybe my family would care if my body was like taken out of a grave and like. I
think your family would care. Like my like if someone had dug up my pop, I would be like, oh, why? Like you could have just like it's just to me again. I don't understand it, so my brain goes, why? Look, the point that the part that I do understand is like the stealing because I'm not saying that I like to steal, but I'm saying that like. This like crime is way
up. Am I right?
Oh God, I'm stealing them left, right, and center. But there's so much crime that's like on the rise at the moment, and it's just like petty theft. Like people are just like running through malls and stuff, and shopping centers, and just like grabbing people's phones and ripping jewelry off them or grabbing handbags and stuff. And it's because the world is so. I'm not condoning crime. You should never steal. I've had stuff stolen from me, and it makes me feel so like bad about it. Like right? I feel so violated. Yeah. Because did I tell you that I had my camera stolen?
When? From where? From your house?
Yeah. So
from inside your house?
Yeah, well, it's a crime, but it's a weird crime. So this guy came because I was selling one of my cameras because I had 2 cameras and I was going to sell them both and I was going to get a newer camera, and I was the last year has been a time of not huge earning for me. So I was like, I really got to sell this before I buy other things, right? I can't just go and buy things willy-nilly. So I put it up on Marketplace. This guy was like, great. He asked a bunch of questions about it. He like all the things that like make you think, oh, this guy like knows what he's looking for. He said, cool, I'll come around. He showed up on time. He transferred the money. I watched him do it on the app. And not that he was showing me, but I was just looking at him do it. And then he was like, is that like he put in my number and then it came up with my name and then he put the money across and he was like, but it never showed up. The money never showed up. And then when I spoke to the police, they were like, this is a common thing. They've built apps that look like they're doing all the things.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So you got no money?
Yeah, I'm poor. So poor. So, and that was a 5,000. I was selling that for like 5,000. Anyway, so.
I'm so sad I could cry. That's so shit.
And
like, it happened literally in your house.
Yeah. So he was like literally in the house and he was like inspecting it. And you know what the smutty thing, he was like, are you selling any lenses or whatever? And luckily I was like, no, I'm not selling the lenses. But what if I was? Then all the lenses would be gone. Anyway, so it really hurt because I felt super violated because he seemed like a stand-up guy. I felt played. Whatever.
And now he's gone and sold your camera for $5,000.
Yep, exactly.
And he's got the $5,000.
And the police are like,
guy. Fuck that guy.
The police just never, like, what are they going to do? There's nothing that's going to be done about it. Anyway, so the stealing things, I understand why people do it because they're shitty people who are, or either they're in shitty circumstances and they think that this is the only way, but stealing is just absolute bullshit. But like the piecing of the human body stuff together.
Disgusting.
Is like
that's
super
psychopath.
fucked up.
Like you have to be a psychopath to do that. If I even saw, I don't think I've ever, I mean, you know, I've seen like my grandparents pass away. So like they have died. And I've seen them. But
is
if
that when
I
you
was
had the
to
pillow
like
over their face or?
Oh, God.
You can't pause like that because it makes it seem like,
I
oh, God, don't out me here. Don't out me here. Now, my pot would have loved that
I kind of wanted to do a follow-up joke, but it felt too insensitive. So then, and then I was like,
it was dark enough as I made it.
Then I was like, in my head, I was like, you're such a bad person for thinking of that joke.
And
so anyway, if I was to like see a dead body, like in a circumstance where it wasn't like, I would be so distraught. Like if I was just to see some random person's dead body, whether it's in like a grave or I don't know why I would see a dead body in a grave, but like if I walked past a cemetery and they were like lower, does that actually happen? I've been to like one funeral and that didn't happen. But like if I was in a morgue or if I was at a crime scene and I saw a dead body, that would like haunt me and like make me very distraught for a long time. For someone to like see a body and then dismember it.
Oh, crazy.
Ew.
And this is big for you to say because you love true crime. So you like disassociate from the crimes themselves to listen about the stories of the true crime. But if you were actually there and you saw any of the crime doings, you would not be you would not be good in that situation.
I would not be okay. And like I want to say as well for any true crime listeners, of which I'm sure there's a crossover.
Oh, there absolutely is.
There absolutely is because the girlies love listening to true crime.
Oh, yeah.
I listen to true crime and sometimes like partway through an episode, I'll be like, why am I listening to this? like this is really awful. This was someone's family and this was someone's family member. Why am I listening to this? I always finish the episode, don't get me wrong.
Of course you do.
But I just need you to know that I do have a level of empathy within myself that does make me question my choices of listening to.
Yeah, no, that's good.
True
that's good. We know that you're not a complete sociopath. So that's good. Yeah. That's really good.
There's levels to me. Yeah.
Before we wrap this up, the reason apart from this being just like a creepy, weird story and like the darkest way that we could start Weird Weekends. Because, you know, there'll be ones that are just fun, guys, and they don't involve death. But out of all of this, it just reiterates to me that you should never get a mausoleum. You should either cremate yourself or go in the ground, because very rarely are people going to go to the extremes of digging you up.
Yeah.
Because, like, even though I've watched a lot of Supernatural, that show Supernatural, you know, with the Hot Brothers who go around and they
there was only
solve supernatural crimes.
17 seasons. You may not have seen it.
I watched every single one of them, and they talked about bringing it back, and I was like, yeah, I watched every single one. I think I've watched
every single one?
Every single one.
I think I've got to 10. I think I've gotten to season
It got
10
more and
I
more
never went
insane,
past.
and I was like, when it ended, I cried because I was like, never let this end. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be some sort of like shape-shifter thing that you haven't found yet. Yeah, you should. You should absolutely. You'll never finish it. You'll die before.
They are so hot.
They are so hot. Anyway, I watched all of this, and they were always like with a shovel, just two of them digging up a grave to burn a corpse to make sure the spirit doesn't come back.
Yeah.
And now I think, you know what, people, like, how hard would it be to dig a hole that big to get into a grave.
Yeah.
So this is why you don't have mausoleums. They're just
so
like
mausoleum,
little,
let me just confirm, is like the like a building essentially.
it's a little house.
Where you're
It's
buried.
a little like concrete if you're super poor. Sometimes they're like stone. They're like little
I
houses.
thought it was for only rich people.
A lot of rich people have mausoleums because they take up more room in the cemetery and they cost more money. So you'd have to pay more money to then have someone to like then be able to easily break into it, because again, like it's just like a lock. You know, like locks can just be broken. Anyway, don't get mausoleum. Who's getting a mausoleum?
No.
Like
I want it to be known right here. I'm on camera.
great.
Courtney Ashenine,
Yep.
consent to being cremated or donated.
Right. Yeah.
Tickety.
Look, along with my body, I don't think they want your parts. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
How dare you?
Maybe your corneas.
I am so healthy. I cannot fucking believe you.
We can't.
I
we
just
can't
had
end this with-
all my bloods done. I had
Yep.
my heart tested. She's beating like you wouldn't bloody believe. You know what I was called? I was called an athlete's heart. So
Shut
fuck
up.
you, Wilko.
I fucking
I
won't
will
hear
fucking slap you. They said you've got an athletic heart. So how dare you? For one, the outsides might be rough around the edges, but the insides, from what they've told me, are doing pretty friggin' good. So how very dare you, guy
Well,
with heart murmur and bloody all these random bloody infections that
It's
won't
fixed
go anywhere.
now. It's fixed
How?
now. We know what the problem is. Anyway, Courts, I take it all back. Body is a temple, and if you ever get your hands on that temple, you would be lucky. Make sure you like and subscribe. We have to go and have an argument off camera about what I just said. Bye.
Bye.